Hello and welcome to Women Empowerment Edition Impact for Change. Today's topic is a part of a series, solo series that I have started it a long time ago. Now today is about belief and faith. Now when you think about belief or faith, what's the one word that or two words that come into your mind? To me, to believe in something is to think, that something is true without any proof. There is no proof for it at all. Now, most of us growing up, most of our belief that we had, growing up, has implemented in us, either from the thing that we have heard or from the thing that is being said. That's most of the belief is being developed. Now, how many of us that we believe in things, that we just heard? How many of us we believe in things that we have just said or somebody else said because somebody else said to us? It's very common thing is to believe in things that somebody else said without evidence, without proof. That is what belief is. Now, can these belief that you have heard or these belief that has been implemented into us growing up as an individual, as a child, and then we grow up to our adult, growing up into our adulthood. Now, can these be changed? And the reason I said this is because there is so many things that is being said to us that is not true. We believe those things based on what they have said to us or what we have heard. And some of these beliefs affected us growing up. I remember the beliefs that is being implemented, on me growing up, as an African girl. Imagine the sort of thing that is being said to me growing up. They make me believe in things that is not true. They weren't true. Sometimes some parents make the child believe in things so they can put the fear into them. That is wrong. That is wrong because the child will end up growing having that beliefs piled up all together, and some belief that really affects child or even an adult. When you tell your adult child that something and it's end up not true, they end up having a bad or negativity associated with that belief, with the thing that you have said, which is completely untrue. Now, can these beliefs be changed? Can these beliefs that we have been or it has been installed on us can be changed over the years? The answer is yes. You can change all these limiting beliefs. Forget about all beliefs. I'm not talking about all beliefs. I'm talking about limiting beliefs. The beliefs that hinder you from moving forward just because you believe that something is not right. How many of us, okay, we heard that, okay, we've been told that company have done such and such, and we believed that that company is a bad and it's got bad reputation. But in reality, it's not. They just want to put a fear. Sometimes even some companies does that. Sometimes your employer can tell you that. Forget about the parents, forget about, your employer might tell you, oh, don't go to that factory, don't go to that shop, don't go. They make you believe in things that you never seen and you never heard, and yet you believe in that. How many of us today, we let our fear stop us because we tend to believe in things that is not true? So many of us. So many of us. So when we identify, okay, what is really limiting us, what's our limiting beliefs? And I've talked about limiting beliefs in depth in one of the episodes, but what is really stopping us? And are we aware that what we have been told growing up is really, really affecting us? Most of us don't. I wasn't until somebody brought it into my attention that told me your limiting belief is the one that really stopping you from really moving forward or taking that leap of faith or jumping, go for high, go after your goal. Many of us, we have a limiting belief. Not even all of us. Many of us, we do have a limiting beliefs that really is stopping us, but we're not even aware of it. We're not aware of it because we are not paying attention to our actions, to our words, to our thoughts. When we disbelieve in our ability to have our desire and we attach to feelings of having it, that can be a huge limiting belief. Because when you don't believe in yourself, when you don't believe in your ability, and you attach that to feelings, you have very strong feeling that you do not deserve it, or you don't believe that you can go after what you want. You don't believe that you can buy a car that you want. You don't believe that you can buy a house that you want, or you don't believe that you can get the job that you want. Many of us think that. But when we believe in what we want, we open up to so many opportunities that we didn't even realize we had before. If you decided today to believe, okay, on things that you want to achieve, Who would stop you today? No one. If you decide to go after that dream job, dream car, dream house, okay, who would really stop you? No one. Because that all comes down to your power of your belief. Some of you may say it's easier said than done. It's true. It's not easy because not many of us, we tend to realize what really limiting us, what's really hindering us, what's really stopping us from going after that, because we do it subconsciously. We are not aware of our limiting belief. We're not aware of what we're saying or what we're thinking in our head 24/7. We not even associate our feelings, what we have been told in our childhood, or what we've been told or heard or seen. All this is connected to your limiting belief. Pay attention to what you say to yourself, or to what you say about your dreams, about your goal, about the thing that you really want, you desire, your goals. Pay attention to how you feel. Pay attention to the thoughts that keeps coming in, that you think 24/7, the negative thoughts. Pay attention to them, because it is connected to your limiting belief. Now the other thing is faith. Once you identify your limiting belief, it's your faith. When we talk about faith is basically taking the first step, even when you don't see the whole stage, you don't see the whole picture. So it starts with belief, identify the limiting beliefs, and move to the faith. Because when you have that faith, my goodness, when you have faith, things completely change for you. Because faith is taking the first step even when you don't see the whole staircase. When you don't see the whole picture, when you don't see the end goal, it doesn't matter. You take that first step because you have faith and you believe in your goals. You believe that what you desire, you will accomplish. Doesn't matter how long it takes. Doesn't matter how far you will go. It doesn't matter anything. You will have that faith that no matter what, you will keep going. Take that first step, because that first step is a huge difference, can make a huge difference to your life. My mentor, Dr. David Eminuti, he defined faith, okay? He said, faith is a substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things unseen. I'm gonna say that again. Faith is a substance of things hoped for and evidence of things unseen. Think about that for a minute. It's basically when you hope for something that you haven't seen, when you have desire, you believe in things, and you know you're going to achieve it, but you haven't seen it. There is no evidence, you haven't seen it, but yet you do have faith. Yet you do believe in it. That's what faith is. Most of us may say faith is what we've been given by God. Okay, which is true. It does not operate on what you see with your own eyes. It does not operate that way. Okay, so it goes beyond what you can physically see. Faith, it goes beyond what you can physically see. Now, faith is about hearing, because hearing is more important than actually seeing. Why it's because important? Because it affects your inner thoughts and dialogue. How many of us, we hear of something, okay, we haven't seen it, we hear of something, and we tend to create a dialogue inside us, and we keep thinking about it over and over and over and over without us seeing it. Now, when we have faith in our goal, when we have faith on our desire, we don't tend to see it, but we hear it. But when we hear, they have a huge impact on your belief, on your feelings, on your thoughts, because you attract what you believe. Now, what you believe, what do you believe? Because I decided, when I heard all this, I decided identify my limiting belief. I decide what I want to believe. I decided to believe in things that is matter to me, things that is really important, things that I really want, desire, the thing that I want to accomplish in my life. Henceforth, I had to eliminate any limiting belief that I have or that has been implemented on me growing up. It wasn't easy. It was not easy. It was a journey full of challenges, tears, and a very sleepless night. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you it will be easy, because some belief that you have known for so long, and you believe in things, and when you come to realize that, hang on, those beliefs is not true, what will happen is it will become emotional clash. You will have emotional clash between your brain and your heart, because your heart is fighting, don't want to let it go, but your brain telling you no, this is a limiting belief, you've got to let it go. Your heart tells you no, you have been believing this thing for such a long time, You can't let go now. So it's constantly that clash. And that's when you got to show your own strength. You've got to show your own strength, your courage, that you really wanted this. And the ability for you to let go. Let go of anything that does not serve you. Anything. My mentor used to say, what we hear, okay, as an individual, as a human being, what we hear can create imagery, okay, in your mind. So when you hear something, okay, you can envision it in your mind. How many of us we envision our goals? How many of us we tend to keep that space, that, our brain, we keep our brain occupied of unnecessary things, and we end up not only hurting but damaging ourselves, our feelings, our emotions, affecting our lives. We keep holding to things that does not serve us anymore, things that is hindering us, things that is putting us down. How many of us? A lot. Now when you hear something, you create imagery in your mind. So when you see or when you hear something, you can envision it in your mind and relate to it with the given experience. That is so powerful. That is so powerful. That is what really faith does to you and belief. So start believing in things that you really want. Let go. It's time for you to let go. Let go of things that does not serve you. The limiting belief, the things that is been hindering you. And if you don't know what really limiting belief that you have, sit down, identify it, evaluate. Be aware of your actions, your behavior, your brain, your thoughts, your feelings, the words that comes out of your mouth. You've got to be aware of all these, because these things can be a huge hindrance, and it can be a huge hindrance between you and your goal, between you and achieving what you want. Have that faith, have that belief, because when you believe and when you have that faith, you open up to opportunities. You start seeing life from different angles. You start creating your own belief. You start processing things from your own perspective, which will help you change the way you perceive things, whether it's words, actions, emotions, behaviors. All those things will help you, because you will know what's your trigger. You will know what's your limiting belief. You know how to not eliminate, exchange your limiting belief, because it's hard to let go. You've got to exchange it to be able to let go of the old limiting beliefs, of everything that is really hindering you. And if you really can't, find someone, find a coach, find someone that can help you, mentor, can help you identify your limiting belief identify what's really stopping you and just go for it. Go for it. Because the difference between you and your future you, between now or what you want to achieve, is that belief and that faith. Go out, go all out. Don't feel afraid. I used to feel afraid of going all out because of my limiting belief. But now, nothing can stop me because I know what's my limiting belief and I know how I can replace it. My mentor used to say, all things possible. All things are possible to those who believe.